Alright, guys, here we are on the second episode of Journey Within. What life taught me about failure or hardships. So, I don't have exactly some big failures and experiences I got from those failures, but I can safely say that I have few moments in my life that I can share with you. So, before that, I will share a little story, a little passage from a friend who posted this on social media. So, I will quote: "What do you do when life becomes too heavy to carry, but no one ever taught you how to let go? You walk around with it, this weight pressing on your chest, each day feeling a little longer, a little harder than the one before. They tell you to keep pushing, to fight through it, but they never mention the days when pushing feels impossible. When you're barely holding on, and it's not because you lack strength, it's because no one told you that it's okay to set the load down. But maybe that's the hardest part. No one talks about how to stop. We're all told to move, to climb, to reach, as if standing still is a sin. But what if the act of stopping isn't failure? What if it's simply the moment when you finally understand that you've been running in circles, chasing after something that doesn't exist? Maybe stillness is where the real answer lies, but it's terrifying, isn't it? To stop, to confront everything that silence brings. There's a kind of quiet that follows when you stop. It's uncomfortable at first, like stepping into a dark room after being out in the sun for too long. Your eyes need time to adjust. And in that darkness, you begin to see all the things you've been avoiding. The disappointments, the losses, the dreams that never panned out. And there you are, left to face the truth you've been running from. That life isn't about accumulating victories, but learning to live with the losses. But we're not taught to sit with our pain, are we? We're told to numb it, to distract ourselves, to bury it so deep that it feels like it never existed. And maybe that works for a while, but eventually it all catches up with you. It rises to the surface, demanding to be seen, to be felt. Then that's when you realize that pain isn't the enemy. It's just a part of the process. It's a necessary step in figuring out what truly matters. When you stop fighting it, when you let yourself feel it, something shifts. You stop looking for the exit and you start to find a strange kind of peace in the chaos. It's not the peace you are promised, not the calm after the storm, but the calm within it. You learn that the storm will always rage, but you don't have to be swept away by it. You can stand still in the middle of it all, and for the first time, the noise doesn't scare you. And maybe that's the secret. Life isn't about avoiding the storms, but learning how to stand in the middle of them. It's not about never falling, it's about figuring out how to pick yourself up again and again and again, until the falls doesn't scare you anymore, because you know that you can survive them. You've done it before and you'll do it again. People will tell you that life gets easier, but maybe that's not true. Maybe life never gets easier. You just get better at living it. You learn that the hard days don't last forever, but neither do the good ones. And that's okay. You don't need it to be easy. You just need to know that you can handle whatever comes your way. So what do you do when life becomes too heavy? You let it be heavy. You sit with it. You feel every ounce of it. And then you let it go when you're ready. Because the truth is, you don't have to carry it all alone. You don't have to be strong all the time. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is admit that you're tired, and that's okay. The punchline? Life isn't about conquering every challenge. It's about learning the rest, to breathe, to carry on, even when the weight feels unbearable, because in the end, the strength isn't how much you can carry, but in knowing when it's time to set it down. So that's something I've seen in social media that one of my friends wrote, and it actually is true. So if I'm saying another story to you, so I used to work and live in Colombo area. So I grew up in Gaul and in Valigama area, so that's mostly just a little town, in Valigama. Although Gaul is a bigger town, but not quite like Colombo, and the society is very different. So when I went to Colombo, I was in the middle of some crisis, I would say. Like, I dumped my girlfriend, and I was at uni at the time. I was very stressed, and I was heartbroken because of me dumping the girlfriend. It's a personal issue. That's why I dumped her. She didn't took it very well either. So I had that in my mind, and I really missed her. And with all that, I was very stressed by university work, and I was doing a part-time job while doing university work. It was very stressful time for me, and those times when I was waiting for the bus, like I was going to uni in the morning, and in the evening I go back home, like go back to the boarding place after finishing work too. So I do both, like I study in the morning, I work in the evening until night. So when I was waiting in the bus stand for the bus, it's like I have to wait a bit longer because in the evening there are not much buses to go home. So I used to stand in the bus stand and think about all this heavy burden. Like, sometimes just tears fall from my eyes because I'm not used to this. Like, I was thinking, what if my parents knew what I'm going through? Like, I'm their little boy, and I was thinking, what if this happens to somebody else? I was thinking, I don't want anyone to go through with this pain, but it's something inevitable, like this is something you have to do. Work is work, pain is pain. It's like every day you have to get up and wash your face, and you brush your teeth, and you eat in the morning. It's work. You don't like to do it, but you have to do it. Job and your social life, your crisis inside your life, it's all work, but you have to go through it. There's no escape from it. So the story my friend told earlier, it also lines up with the story. So I also felt those stuff, like the heavy burden, and how am I going to go through with it. And I even thought about taking my own life. Like, right now when I'm looking back, it feels ridiculous, but at the time those things were very troubling for me. Like, I didn't know what am I supposed to do rather than taking my own life. So that's a big failure that for me, that's a big L moment for me. So what I'm saying is, things happen, and they happen for a reason. And when the going gets hard, the heart gets going. Yeah. So everything happens for a reason, and with those experiences, you become who you are right now. Without them, you wouldn't be where you are now. Like, everything happens for a reason. Even now, if you're going through something, don't sweat about it, because you're going to be in a much better place in the future, and this is just your process of maturing for you to be better in the future. So don't worry about it, whatever happens to you in life. Like, face everything with a smile. Everything happens for a reason. That's my motto in life, one of my mottos in life. My favorite one is, when the going gets hard, the heart gets going one. So you should keep that in mind. So what do you do when life becomes too heavy? You let it be heavy, you sit with it, you feel every ounce of it. Yeah, it's true, because you have to embrace it. You have to embrace the feeling. You are going places. That's why you are feeling this burden. You are becoming a man, you are becoming a woman, or whatever. Like, you are becoming someone. You are nothing before, and you are becoming someone now. you are going through this with someone or alone, you are really maturing, you know. So it's a good thing. You're strong. You're getting stronger. You don't have to worry about everything in the future. Whatever you are going through, it's for a reason. And if you're feeling it's way too heavy for you, you can comment down below. If you are cool with it, if you are cool with sharing your story, you can comment down below, and I will try to encourage you to go through with it. It's not just you that who are going through problems. There are people who are going through problems even greater than your problems. So just remember, you have to live, you have to enjoy your life, and while doing that, you can solve your problems. Problems are always inevitable, like they come and go. You just gotta live with it. So I hope I gave you some advice, and comment down below your thoughts and share with your friends if you gained something from it. And I hope to see you in the next one. See you guys.